is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Winning isn't everything, but it's the only thing. In our business, there is no second place. Either you're first or you're last.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
And now, the W with Walls and the Crew.
Good morning.
Where winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. On 100.1 FM.
Good morning.
And Facebook Live.
Good morning. Right back like we never left. Another Saturday morning with the W Show, Kansas City, talking sports and pop culture. If this is your first time checking us out, we greatly appreciate you making us a part of your Saturday morning. It's a good Saturday morning, and I'm happy to be here, man. You know why?
I'm so happy to be here.
You know why?
Why? What's up?
Because we got a lot to talk about today, and the Chiefs are back. That's why I'm happy. Yeah, OTAs is happening, baby. We're going to talk about that and a lot more.
OTAs.
Yeah. How was your week, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Ups and downs.
Ups and downs, baby.
Peaks and valleys, man.
Hey, man. The sun will shine.
C. Lenz, man, how was your week?
My week was great, as always. Just happy to be here.
Like Spike Lee, don't you?
He do. With the New York hat. Wait. Hold up. Are you trying to tell us something?
No.
I heard. No. I heard it's Knicks and 7. That's what I heard.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
You believe it's Knicks and 7?
Joel B's gonna get these hands.
They say it's Knicks and 7. We'll dive into that.
I hope.
Plus, we'll talk OTAs. We'll talk Royals. Could they be moving to Overland Park?
Oh, the OPZ.
Man, they've stirred up a little controversy this week.
The OP
plus, we'll dive into Stephon Diggs. We'll talk his viral video.
The pink dolphins out.
The SEC, they've cracked down on court storming. We'll dive into that. Plus, we'll talk Kirby Smart as he sound off on NIL deals. He's really unhappy about these NIL deals.
He's mad.
Get off my lawn.
He looked at his check, looked at their check, and was like, wait a minute.
We'll have our sneakers of the week coming up in about 30 minutes. Let's get to today's headlines.
And now, here are the biggest sports headlines from this week. We bring them to you every Saturday morning on the W with Walls and the Crew on 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
The Kansas City Royals have confirmed affiliate of the Royals has purchased Aspira Campus Mortgage in Overland Park. So big real estate news coming out of Overland Park earlier this week. And it's surprising that the Royals were named as the ownership group behind their AAA affiliate that has purchased the Aspire Campus mortgage. I don't know if you guys know where the Aspire Campus is. Formerly, if you guys watching and listening, it's formerly the Sprint Campus, Sprint World headquarters. I think T-Mobile is there now. Of course, not as big as Sprint because T-Mobile is, I think, a German company. Right. So they still have all the buildings there. However, those will be torn down. They use it as like I guess they call it a collective.
Everybody rents it out.
Yeah, people just come in there and rent out.
So they
office
losing
space.
money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
they got, I don't know how much they purchased it for. I'm sure it's out there, but this is some news.
The OP Royals?
You think
Overland Park Royals?
That's crazy. Y'all agree with that?
Doesn't sound bad, but
so I've been saying this. It's been 10 years. You probably heard me on other podcasts saying this, or if you see me at a bar talking about this. I've always been an advocate of the Royals moving down here, but since that's not a possibility, if and when the Royals move, you demolish that stadium. I've always said that since we're known for barbecues, whatever, and we're known for tailgating, we have a huge tailgating section, right? Because we have to pay for parking. What is it, $50 or $100 to pay for parking?
For the Royals?
No, for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
So then you get this tailgating experience to where you can either pick a lot and you tailgate, and you can have your TV, or you can watch other TVs that's surrounding,
Mhm.
or you can pick like a luxury box to where you have multiple Kansas City barbecue restaurants in there, and it's kind of like you're in a bar but you're outside. Watch the TVs, you have your own bartender, you have food served to you, and kind of somewhat architect that. Or you put a hotel right there and have other sections to be a tailgating spot. Because if you can move all of Kauffman Stadium and put a hotel there, that will help out the backdrop of that ugly.
How big of a hotel you think we need right there?
I mean, that'll be a place where the players can stay.
You know how big a hotel could fit right there where a stadium was? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of rooms.
It's called money.
No, we don't have that. Like that, putting a hotel there would take that'd be like all the rooms that are in downtown. We don't need that. We don't have that much conference space to
Okay.
There's no reason why that many people be here at one time other than the World Cup.
Then you'll have the tailgating experience.
No, you tear down Kauffman, you build a whole new stadium there.
Football stadium?
Whole new football stadium right there in the parking lot.
So you tear down Arrowhead as well.
Yeah, you tear that down, you build a whole new, and then what you can do is
so where do they play in the meantime? You just don't build up a stadium.
No, look, the Chiefs are going to continue to play there, but you can build while you're still playing in your current stadium. Like most teams, the next newest stadium will be Buffalo.
Right.
Buffalo has their stadium, their current stadium that they're in right now.
Right, but it was across the way. It wasn't next door. So like I'm saying, you got demolition, because if you tear down the stadium and you do all those things, parking becomes an issue during the time that you're playing. So you lose revenue there. Hazards. I don't know, man. Listen. Don't move. To make it an easier thing. Yeah, renovate, win some games. Maybe you'll get some more revenue there. Try to trade for Aaron Judge. Do something.
Yeah, I mean, and this news it was announced after Governor of Missouri announced the special legislative section focused on stadium funding shortly, before this the affiliate purchase that became public. So the purchasing plan would cover 50% of stadium costs and offer up to 10% in tax credits for projects over $500 million with at least 30,000 seats, while the Missouri House approved the proposal. The Senate has not. And the Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas says Kansas City will also make an offer, but plans to do so responsibly.
500 mil?
And that's the thing. So Kansas made this crazy deal. And I mean, I don't blame Kansas, because it's like, you're putting so much out in KCK by the legends. I mean, you have Speedway there, you have soccer there, you have shopping, you have New Margaritaville that's going to be there. You have so much stuff that's already there, and so like you could really just build, the stadium right there.
But are they going to pay for a losing team?
The Royals aren't losing. I mean, they made the playoffs last year. It's their playoff team. So like,
are they They didn't make the playoffs. They made the
playoff. They made the playoff last year. They won the wild card game.
That's right.
I mean, I'm saying though, but
they won. They won 8
They
games
lost to
last
the Yankees.
Yankees, yeah.
So when you look at it that way, I mean, it's just.
I mean, they're 8 games out of first place in the division. I mean, they lost to the Tigers last night. I don't know, man. I driving to Kansas to go see the Royals. I mean, that just shows you how much of a deterioration that Independence has become. Like that whole area.
Yeah.
So downtown's out of the question.
I don't think it's out of the question. I think that's where they move. If let's just say Missouri comes in, they make a hell of a deal. You get this $500 million to build a 30,000 seat stadium. Plus tax breaks, which is what the owner wants.
They want tax breaks, but they're not putting in any money to pay for the stadium, and they're billionaires. And then it's off of the backs of the taxpayers.
Here you go.
It's on the back of the taxpayers, and I get it.
You don't even live in Kansas City. It's Jackson County. So what are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about?
Where I live is still Jackson County, baby.
What are you talking about?
Hey, listen.
What are you talking about?
I still live in Jackson County.
So here's the thing though, with that. If here's what people were upset about is that Jackson County was going to put in all of the money towards it. Well, if you got the state putting in a lot, I mean, because there's no sports in St. Louis other than the Cardinals
and the Blues,
and you got there's no football in St. Louis.
Right, no football.
You still got soccer, baseball, and hockey. However, there's not a big revenue push for football, which generates a lot of the revenue in a town, unless you have like the Lakers or something like that, or Golden State Warriors or a team like that. So I feel like that money would be coming from the city, and the city is going, and the state will get a lot more of the money coming back as well.
Didn't they just do a property tax hike 2 years ago that people were complaining about?
They did, but
so with that, and people losing their homes because they can't pay their property tax, you need to win this battle, because then raising my taxes, because I am a Jackson County resident, raising the taxes and then losing the team, it's like a spit in the face. It's like, well, where's my taxes going? Because we saw the roadblocks here, we still see the potholes.
That has nothing to do with the state. That has nothing to do with the state, unless it's an interstate highway.
Understandable, but it's still money that I pay for.
You're not paying for money from the state.
You're right. I haven't paid taxes in a while.
They give you money. What you talking about?
Hey, I deserve it. I deserve it.
All right, I'm telling you what we do deserve is football to be back. And the Chiefs, they begin OTA workouts at team facilities. So the Kansas City Chiefs took one step closer to football season this week as the team begins phase 3 of all-season training program. If you guys didn't know what OTA stood for. At the team facility, which includes voluntary organized team activities, OTAs. 6 players were not present, which was wide receiver Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, tight end Travis Kelce, offensive lineman Ethan Driscoll, Juwan Taylor, and Trey Smith. They weren't present during voluntary sessions.
Offensive linemen need to be at every practice, every film session, every charity event. Listen,
you're wrong often, but I think you're right about that. Especially the Chiefs offensive line. They should have been there, voluntary or not.
All right, so I had a chance to talk to Chiefs head coach Andy Reid earlier this week, just about he talked a little bit about last year about bringing in young guys and making them be held accountable, right? And teaching them and expecting them to, hold in everything that they learn. Let's hear from Coach Andy Reid.
Coach, you mentioned throwing young guys in there, just seeing how they respond. Do you throw as much at them as possible, or you kind of just build it up?
Yeah, we go. Get on top of it, and normally what you're doing, it's a little bit like camp where you're installing plays today, and then we ask them to go execute those plays. We try not to back up and go over the plays we installed yesterday. But at the same time, if you're not doing your stuff at home before you get into the install meetings and reviewing, then you're going to have a problem once you get out there. So it looks like these guys are taking, and there's a method to that madness, so they have to go home and develop some study habits with that. And they seem to be doing a good job of it.
Oh, study habits.
Yeah, study habits.
Watch the last game they played. Study that. Hey,
shots have been fired.
Learn from your failures. Can I get a drop?
No, we ain't driving on that.
So you didn't get the new W show amendment that we can't talk about that Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
What Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I've never heard of that.
Baseball season now.
It's actually WNBA season.
It is,
man.
Season.
But yeah, I think, and not only with the Chiefs though, all teams have started OTAs.
Rashee Rice wasn't there. What's his suspension looking like?
Nothing has been said about that. There's been nothing that's, here's the thing about that. We all know he's possibly going to face some type of punishment.
I don't understand why it's so quiet. This should have been it's been how many years? It's been a year, right?
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it. It really if he's suspended 4 games, I think 4 games is kind of the going rate. 4 or 6.
He slapped a reporter.
It'll probably be 4.
Yeah, it won't.
Wait, he slapped a reporter? What?
No.
Yeah, he was in a nightclub or whatever. And it's alleged that he had.
That has nothing to do with this.
It's called a pattern of character.
Yeah. If I adding that to it, it might be 6 games because you got.
Hey.
Nah, yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
I'm not being the bad guy because if it was Brandon Ayuk slapping somebody, I'm like, yeah, allegedly slapping somebody. 6 games. I'm not being. Listen.
You can't. You.
So
you're not going to be. It's only one thing that he got in trouble about.
So whoa. So let's talk about that one thing. He was speeding, reckless endangerment, driving 100+ miles an hour.
Yeah. People do it every day.
He struck another vehicle.
People do it every day.
And then,
whoa. Got out the car.
Yeah.
And ran on the highway.
He didn't run.
Okay. He walked gingerly because he had an injury. Right.
He walked.
Right. He skipped.
He didn't skip. He walked.
Okay.
He's on video walking.
He's on video walking.
Because he's on video. Yeah. We know all this because he's on video.
On video.
Yeah.
He left a $100,000 ride on the side of the highway and he walked away from it.
None of this is alleged.
Yeah, because he was on picture. And they had guns.
Allegedly.
None of this is alleged. All of this is
allegedly that they didn't find any firearms. It was all alleged.
It was a Super Circuit from 95, whatever it was. Then, then weeks after or months after, a reporter in a nightclub or with any type of nighttime life thing was questioning him or taking a picture or doing something, freedom of speech, and then allegedly he put his hands on him. 8 games.
Here's the thing that you're not understanding, though. Whether it's 4 games, 6 games, 8 games, the guy's coming off of an injury, a season-ending injury. So it won't matter.
Whoa. So let's do this. Let's do this.
It won't matter
because he was saying that everybody done this. Like people sometimes, race their cars. And
they do every day.
Oh, and every day. So let's see this. I drive my car super fast, hit another car, leave the crime scene. How many years in jail do I get?
I don't know. Depending on what kind of lawyer you got.
3 to 4.
You don't know that.
I'm getting sued.
You don't know that.
Okay. So then, let's say this. If I tear my meniscus during this process, I'm cool.
You're not a whole profile. No, you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying because you're not getting ready to go play an NFL season, right? Like he still has to get ready to play. He hasn't played since the Chargers game of last season.
Of week 2.
Exactly. How long?
I'm pretty sure he's healthy by now.
How long do you think it takes an average person to come back from an ACL? At least a year.
6 months.
At least a year.
6 months.
Depending on and his wasn't even an ACL. He had to have reconstructive surgery on his knee.
So now,
he did. Okay.
Yes.
So he got a whole new kneecap.
Come on, man.
Probably because he banged it up in that car accident he had on I-7.
Come on, man. Here's the thing about it too that you missing.
I'm missing.
You missing this.
Okay.
And you didn't even answer my question. How long? Let me go back to that. How long do you think it takes an average person to come back from a knee injury?
Depends
on
the
surgery.
Average person is about 6 months to a year, 6 to 9 months.
That's an average person, right?
Right. And he whoa. And so listen. So we're gonna say Rashid Rice is average.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
He's not an average person. He's a high profile athlete.
Right.
So he's gonna come back a little bit faster, but he still has to get ready to play the NFL season.
Okay. If you're already ready.
Right or wrong, Q? Like
he still has to get ready. But
he still has to get ready.
But there's no rush.
So let's bring up a conversation that we had off camera, right?
Yeah.
C. Lynn's over here, who needs to clean him, said that Rashid Rice is a better receiver than Ladd McConkey. So now that he's had reconstructive surgery and he's got a whole new kneecap, who's the better receiver? You think he's going to come? You think Ladd McConkey is not going to be a better receiver than Rashid Rice next year?
We don't know.
I'm asking. That's
hypothetical. We don't know. Hypothetical. I would still say Rashid Rice. I'm going off the last games that you played.
And Ladd McConkey was rookie of the year, best receiver, had the most catches.
And he played the whole season.
Did Rashid Rice do that his rookie year? Did Rashid Rice win Offensive Player of the Year his rookie year?
No, look at who you had on your team.
No, if you're the best player, it doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness. You're not gonna take me down this rabbit hole.
No, hold on. You're saying because Rashid Rice had other players on his team, but he's supposed to be exceptional. That's the reason why he didn't win it.
Rashid Rice missed practice because he was sick. That's why he was sick.
Take an Advil, get some cough drops.
All right, Oklahoma City Thunder defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 5 to win the Western Conference Finals and advanced to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2012, led by rising star SGA. OKC closed out the 4-1 series and now will compete for the NBA championship. We have some audio from Anthony Edwards post game. Let's hear what he had to say.
They came ready to play. We didn't. When you lose a game like this, it's not really too much to break down. They just did what they were supposed to do and won the game.
Why don't you think you guys came ready to play?
I don't know. They dominated the game from the tip. And can't do nothing but tip my hat to those guys. They came ready, man. So good job by them.
He also said in another statement, nobody's going to work harder than me this summer following the loss.
Okay. Nobody's going to work harder than me. I'm going to be there before practice, after practice, whatever. You know, some reporters, need to come up with better. Why do you think that you didn't come ready to play? Where did you guys fail to operate or process you guys' game preparation or whatever that can help? Like, I don't know. I fumbled that or whatever, but why do you think you guys didn't come ready to play?
I mean, it was.
Maybe it was the chick I let over my room at 2:00 in the morning. I don't know. Like, what answer do you?
I mean, because that might have been it with him.
It might have been it.
And speaking of him, like, he's kind of written some checks that he ain't been able to cash. Like, just from his, I'm not saying take away from your personality, but like he's guaranteeing different things for his team, and it's like, dude, you ain't did nothing yet.
Nah, yeah,
you ain't did nothing.
In 2 years, he went to the Western Conference Finals. I wouldn't say that's not nothing. 2, for somebody who led the league in 3-point makes, I thought that he'd be a little bit more efficient. They played zone most of the time, so stopped his penetration or whatever. They didn't have a lot of shooters on the wing. Pacinzo, what's his name?
Yeah, White Dante.
Yeah,
White Dante. He didn't really hit a lot of threes. He wasn't doing his part. Julius Randle, he should never dribble the ball ever again. I think the Knicks got the better end of that trade by a slight margin. I think they need to add better, and it's going to be hard to add better when they gave up 5 first-round draft picks for Rudy Gobert. I think they need to add shooters, and I think Naz Reid could have played a lot better. It's not all the way his fault. If you can't maneuver,
it's your fault. You leader of the team. You leader of the team. It's your fault.
If you can't maneuver in the lane because they're collapsing on you, and then when you kick it out and people are shooting below 40% from the 3-point line, 1 player, 5 people on the team.
Don't matter.
All right.
It don't matter. Like,
so whose fault was it?
He only shot. No. Stick to the topic. No, listen. Right. He even talked about this in the post game. He said he only shot the ball 13 times. 13 times. You know how being a superstar on a team and your team is down. How many superstars do you know that's going to only shoot the ball 13 times in a closeout game?
In an elimination
game?
Yes.
How many?
So if you shoot it and miss, then what's the narrative?
It don't matter. You think Kobe was going to go down shooting and missing?
No, he did.
But what I'm saying, he was going to fall on that sword, though.
He did.
You have to.
Which is crazy.
You have to.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Because you have to get other players involved, and I think that's the basics of what happened. But
why are you passing to people that's not as good as you?
Yes,
because they've been on my team.
That's what Kobe said.
Yeah, but Jordan also passed to John Paxson, so it's not an indictment on somebody's game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they didn't have a Steve Kerr on their team.
No, White Dante.
No, he's not Steve Kerr, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not say
he's not a good shooter.
He's not
Steve Kerr.
Would you say he's a better ball handler?
But he's not Steve. We talk about passing and pulling up and shooting the ball. Like
Steve Kerr was what? He was a catch and shoot guy.
Exactly. We pass, and what do you do when you catch and you're a shooter? You shoot it.
Yeah, but
that's not Dante DiVincenzo.
But I think Dante has a wider skill set. So yes, you would.
It sounded like you said wider.
That too. Well, no, that's the other way around. I think Steve Kerr had the wider because, but no, it's I think he has a wider skill set. But would you all say that it was more of Oklahoma City's defense that forced them into that? And I think that's the tough thing, because what was the difference between the 40-point loss in Game 4 and this elimination game? Like, was
they were tired. They went to Game 7.
They look lethargic.
They went to Game 7, and then you only get 1 day break. Then you come in day off. You're gonna be tired at some point.
Yeah.
And then you had a travel day, which on one of your days off, and then they came back and lost. So I think they were just tired.
They look lethargic. OKC sat back in that zone and collapsed. I didn't see any ball movement. I didn't see any fluidity. I mean, Julius Randle hit that three, and it looked like a good sign. And then after that, they took his cookies, and then he tries to play bully ball with no skill set. To me, that's what it seems. I mean, not to say he doesn't have skill sets, but it's just back down, and then he turns into the defense, and then it's either make an ill-advised pass or just a random shot.
And on top of that, he didn't. If you remember game 2, I think he came out and had like 15 in the first quarter or first half or something like that. And he hit like 3 for 5 threes or something.
And did nothing after that.
And he didn't do anything after that, but he was taking what they were giving him and not trying to force things. And I felt like that's what he was doing. In this past the last 2 games that they
and
lost.
is that a thing in playoff basketball? Do you have to take what they give instead of being forceful? Like, is that winning basketball, or does that depend on the team?
Unless you like LeBron, bigger than everybody, and then you can kind of take what you want, right? Or Steph, because Steph, he's going to take a jumper. Yeah. But if you were a team like they are, and Anthony Edwards, I don't feel like he's coming to his own yet, to be honest. I don't feel like.
And what's that? What is it that he hasn't come into his own game? Is it more of strategy, because the basically NBA player Bible is Michael Jordan at this point. And Jordan had a lot of issues with the Pistons and with the Celtics very early in his career, but a lot of that was hinged on not having help. You having Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo like that, you can't say there's no help there.
And can we talk about coaching too? Because you got to remember, Phil Jackson put Jordan put Jordan in a lot of great situations with the triangle offense, creating the one-on-one and spacing. And
they lacked a lot of spacing.
Yeah, they did,
and they weren't good from the 3-point line.
Nope.
And Oklahoma City, they're not only when they play the zone, the best thing about their team is that they're long.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got SGA, wide wingspan, Williams, Chat, all their players. So you clog up those passing lanes, you clog up those dribbling lanes, and then when you don't have any motion or any players that can really create their own shot, because Anthony Edwards seems to me to be the only player that can really create his own shot.
That's crazy, because
Julius, he cannot dribble. He's not somebody that I can see, do some moves.
And Mike Conley wasn't really doing much
because he's old. Yeah. Rudy, if you don't pass it up top to Rudy,
he fell off in this series.
Yeah,
if you look at from the Lakers series to now,
well, the Lakers had a smaller team.
I know, but still, you can't go from just being dominant to like giving giving you nothing.
That's NBA matchups, or they make.
Listen, who's the tallest player on the Lakers?
I mean, it was what's the cat that didn't play?
The young kid,
6'10".
Yeah,
right.
7'2", right? 7'1",
7'2".
Yeah.
So, and then the rotation. If you try to rotate off a pick and roll, then it goes from 6'10" to 6'8", 6'7", 6'5".
Sheesh.
Right?
Yeah.
You see? So all you have to do is just give it to Rudy in the right spot, and he can miss 3 shots as he did with the Lakers, and then get back and get a dunk. But he's not an offensive player. And then Naz Reid, no post game. He's more of a pick and pop.
Yeah, I was I thought their nucleus with the Timberwolves will play a better matchup.
You know who look good on the Timberwolves? Kevin Durant.
I like that.
Spreads the ball out, gives you somebody that can create their own shot or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
If they start to collapse on KD, then you have a young, vibrant Anthony Edwards right there.
And Anthony Edwards is at his best when he's able to
maneuver,
collapse defenses and get to the rack.
Get to the lanes. It'll open up the lanes better.
Do you lose some defensive capability with the older KD?
Now you got here's the thing of what OKC has. They have guys that are willing to sell out and play just D.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
and
they got
Minnesota really doesn't have that guy. I mean, everybody needs that dog on defense, and Minnesota really doesn't have that person.
They got a lot of guys that are second round pick mentalities that play first round basketball.
Yeah.
That's what OKC has.
Yeah,
and the funny part is that if the Pacers make it to the NBA Finals, they say both teams are on the backs of trades. Paul George.
Yeah, they are.
They just built. That just goes to good management. Just waiting. What you say? What was Philly's motto? Trust the process.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll tell you who's not trusting the process, and that's Stephon Diggs. He's not trusting this offseason process. He makes waves in viral boat video. Patriots say they are aware. The New England Patriots say they are aware of viral video showing wide receiver Stephon Diggs on a boat, but the team did not comment further. While the video sparked speculation online, there's no indication of any policy violation or disciplinary action at this time. Let's hear from Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel.
The question comes in as to a certain substance that people are guessing what is and isn't. Is this something that the team has to look into?
Well, it's something that we're aware of, and obviously we want to make great decisions on and off the field. And we're hoping that with our time here on the field today, that when we don't have a script and we're on the cold periods, that we're making great decisions. And so the message will be the same for all our players, that we're trying to make great decisions, and any conversations that I've had with Stephon will remain between him and I and the club.
Have you talked to him since the video?
I talk to our players every single day, the ones that are here and the ones that aren't.
Are you expecting him to practice today, Mike?
Not if he's not here.
So he's not here.
You guys will find out in a minute. But no, never again.
Of course, if you guys didn't see the video, if you're listening on 100.1 FM or watching us on social media at the W Show KC on any social media platform, we're streaming live from the studio. Stephon Diggs was on a boat, he and his wife, and it was party, or him and his girlfriend.
I thought it was girlfriend. Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B is girlfriend.
Cardi B was on the boat too.
She was on the boat too. So Stephon Diggs, the video shows Stephon Diggs on a portion of the boat with three young ladies surrounding him, and he was basically, you can overhear him saying, you know, what's my name, and they're calling him daddy and so forth. And he pulls out a plastic bag with something in it. It looks pink. We're not here to say Coke. Allegedly what they're saying that that's what it is. We don't know. No. So it's a powdery substance, or what? It's something pink inside.
I know exactly.
Inside, it's something pink inside of the baggie, and he tells the young ladies to go take it, or go take it and go ahead and go have fun or whatever. Don't take it all. That's what it says in the video. While music is playing and there's a video showing the whole thing. I know. So from that's all we have is what the video shows.
Did they have the little white pixie sticks to dip it in there and get it?
No.
You talking about the candy?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Hey, Steph, I got you, my boy. I got you.
Yeah, you talking about the little white thing? Yeah. What was that candy called?
Man,
I don't remember what the dip
Kid
stick?
crack,
dipsticks or something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
but that's that.
So, hold on, my bad. I just got this question though. Was the video filmed and then placed online, or was it a live stream?
No, it was filmed. It was like
a live stream, right?
No, so who is the person?
I don't think it was a live stream.
So who is that person that filmed it?
Everybody on the boat was filming.
Why are they posting that? Who are these people around?
No, it's several.
And that's the question that everybody's asking. Like,
who are the? I'm allowing you on my boat, or a boat that I'm 9 out of 10 paid for because I'm the money man.
You are.
No phones. I'm Derek
But you
Jeter.
you could do that because he's not on camera consuming it.
But you're passing out allegedly drugs.
He put it out his pocket, Q.
No, he put it out as you could do all that, and I could also be smoking. I could be smoking something in a
Joe Burrow pack.
No, I could be smoking something in a blunt wrap, but who's to say I didn't add my own tobacco to it?
But the thing is, but the league, the NFL says protect the shield, and anything that is.
But they can't prove that was drugs, and
they can't prove that it's drugs. But if it looks bad, they can get you for
if it look like that's the tough thing of what this looks like, because a lot of the blog outlets were posting it, basically saying he was cheating on Cardi, and a lot of them didn't know that she was there. So there are several angles of like this boat party. And then what is it with Stephon Diggs and boats? Did he learn that in Minnesota? Like,
I'm on a boat.
But yeah, I don't. This is a slippery slope because the league can't suspend him.
They kind of can.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah, they can. When you sign that contract, you got this protect the
But
shield. Anything that's detrimental to the shield.
Yeah, different to the league.
Yeah, but you still can't prove that
that
was
assumption,
drugs.
like
Yeah.
what it is.
It could
You
be
don't know
off
what
the
it is.
assumption that is drugs, right? And off the assumption of that, like, hey, this looks bad.
That's setting yourself up for a lawsuit.
No, not if you signed a contract saying that
You don't know what it is. I'm passing out candy.
Yeah, because
what did you just say? You got his back, my boy. Remember that?
Yeah, you could
couple of minutes
appeal
ago.
that, and that's gonna be the tough thing, because how does the league allow this to just be brushed under the rug, and especially on video? Like the detriment of, like, Ray Rice got a second suspension because the video came out.
Rashid Rice video.
Yeah, we talk about Rashid Rice on the video. I don't know the course of action on this, because I don't know if we've seen this before. Like, John Morant got suspended just for flashing a gun in a club.
Yeah.
But that's that's a gun. You could kind of have certain
wasn't a water gun.
Yeah, you have certain
Wasn't a play
descriptors
gun,
that
wasn't
tell
a
you
BB
this is a
gun.
real gun.
Yeah. So what descriptors do we have that's real coke?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you
it's
really
not clear enough to see the.
You have a slippery slope, because he could just say, hey, my chef came up with this candy that we were playing with. Like,
You remember how when we were kids,
it's protein.
we used to have the Kool-Aid. We put the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
in
you
the
put
bag.
the Kool-Aid in the bag, hella sugar.
Snack crackle pop stuff.
But that's the tough thing, because I don't understand why he's the one handling whatever substance that
I don't
is.
understand why somebody has a camera on the boat and then
and you talking into the camera.
Yeah, everybody.
He talked into the camera. Like, what's my name? And the women turn around, daddy. And I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing?
Hey, man, listen, you give me 30 mil.
You gonna be on camera too?
No, I'm gonna be like Derek Jeter before you get on this boat.
Nah,
no phones, and you sign an NDA.
I mean, most guys,
you
most
getting
guys,
sued. You're not gonna take down
because
my
that's
world
because
you
that's
want to put me on camera.
One, that's a boring life, and I've seen
NDA.
I've seen you in action. No, it's a boring life to have all these rules.
You saw me in action, but did you see anything get reposted on action?
No, and that's what I'm.
But here's the thing, though, too. You got a lot of these guys that they're not thinking past the moment, right? Like, they're not thinking of what could possibly happen. Now, you got some dudes that are like, and ain't no cameras on this thing. Like, they got guys that are around them that are looking after them. Those guys are specifically put in place to understand, like, hey, no cameras, no nothing. Prime instance. So I was in Vegas for what was it for? Oh, the fight. Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao. Right. I went to, I think it was Dreas, and I was leaving at like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, way past you're supposed to be out. And I got on the elevator, and James Harden got on the elevator with 30, 40 people, right? And it was just me by myself. And he had this big dude like, hey, if anybody pull any phones out or anything, I'm smacking the whatever out of you. And I'm looking straight like, dude was dead serious. Everybody else laughing, joking, have fun. And when he said it, everybody got quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
No, yeah.
And so you got to have people. My point was, you got to have people like that, because James was like, it was his birthday party, and he was like,
I would have took that slap, my boy.
I think I told you this story before.
I would have took that slap
because James was clearly intoxicated, and like, so we're like, he couldn't even keep his eyes open, and I'm like, dang, like I ain't, and so it was like 30, 40 different people on it, because the elevator was like a freight type elevator, and they got in this long limo truck or whatnot. And dude clearly had his back, and that you could tell that's what he was paid to do.
My thing is this, though. You're at a party. That's why I was doing this. It's not like the film was 10 feet away to where you can't see somebody. They was right there. Right after that, like, hey, man, you got to delete that.
Nah, it's already out there at that point. If you got to go back and say something, you got to delete that. It's already out there.
Because it's already automatically uploaded to the iCloud.
It's already in the cloud. What's the cloud?
Yeah, what's the cloud?
Are these pink clouds?
And that's why I was saying that's boring, because a lot of athletes, and especially when you look at football players, because all of the precautions we've been talking about was all precautions that we've learned from basketball players doing that. Yeah. And it's not too many football players, because one, the NF, like, you could put up a fight just like Tom Brady did, and a lot of different players that won their appeals, because the NFL allows abusers and rapists and all of this in the league.
Murderers.
And it's like, you didn't see me taking drugs, and you don't know if that's a drug. Like, so it's going to be a slippery slope, and I don't know how the league enforces this. But then also, Stephon Diggs is a veteran. I feel like, in my head, I'm going to say he knows what he's doing, because I haven't heard anything about Stephon Diggs outside of his teammates
saying that don't let your daughter date him.
Yeah,
or your
outside of that. But
here he is getting called that.
But that shows you, like, as wild as he is, he's still contained in a sense.
Yeah.
So, because we literally heard nothing until he started dating Cardi.
Right.
So,
all right, we're gonna take a quick break. Coming up, we'll dive into the SECs. They're cracking down on court storming, $500,000 per violation. Plus, we'll talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. She takes ownership role in a new pro track league. This is a W show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right, grads, your big moment is finally here. And parents, if you're looking for the ultimate way to say we're proud of you, there is no better gift than a brand new ride from my friends over at Reiselman Nissan. Whether it's the rugged Frontier, the stylish Altima, or the 2025 Rogue, Reiselman has the perfect car or SUV to kick off its next chapter in style. Plus, you're getting the safety, reliability, and tech that every grad and every parent can feel great about. Visit them today in Tiffany Springs, just south of the airport. Reiselman Nissan. Every customer, every time. Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here's your chance to be a true champion with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It's super easy. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players and test your skills for some serious prizes. The more champions points you play for, the more you can win. Stack points, climb the ranks, and show everybody that you're built different. And when you sign up, don't forget to use promo code The W Show. That's right, use promo code The W Show to get in the game. Let's make some champions today. Holiday season and every day of the year, the Sola Santa Do Good Foundation is here to make a difference. They are a 501c3 organization dedicated to connecting high-functioning individuals with disabilities and their families to vital resources, support services, and opportunities. Through personalized professional development, community awareness, and education, they empower lives and create lasting change. Join their mission to do good 365 by volunteering, donating, or partnering with them today. Visit thesolacenter.org to learn more. Together, we can help everyone experience the fullness of life.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. Continuing on with the show. This was a little funny because I watched the court storming documentary on YouTube. I went down like a rabbit hole after I was looking at this. SEC is cracking down on field court storming fines. They jumped to $500,000 per violation. So the SEC has increased its fines for field and court storming to $500,000 per violation, aiming to improve player and safety. This is a tougher penny and applies to immediately and reflects the conference's growing concern over security risks during post-game celebration. So some details about it. So it's a progressive penalty system. The $500,000 fine is now the starting point for field court storming violations, part of an escalating structure. So repeat offenders could face deeper consequences.
So this is for the institution.
Mm-hmm. For the institution.
So
the home team's athletic department.
Right. Huh.
Is this a tradition that shouldn't be touched?
Nah, because you're saying it's putting these athletes at risk. We talk about athletes and these are younger guys, right? Like you getting dudes, because I've seen people get clobbered. Like
what was that? What's that football player's name that knocked that fan out?
It was the woman, right? Like
No.
Recently, it was a woman.
LeGarrette Blunt.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's funny. We talked to him at the Super Bowl one year too.
Yeah.
So a woman got knocked out?
Yeah, it was recently. I don't remember who it was, but it was unintentional. But like he was just walking and she was running, not paying attention, and boom.
Okay, so you put yourself in a situation like that, in a herd,
yeah,
and you get knocked out. Remember when I was in the mosh pit?
You got knocked out.
My head
got your head busted open.
Got my head busted open or whatever. Now, should we charge $500,000? I mean, like if you put yourself in that situation, and you can't get mad if you get hurt. But I understand you want to protect the fans, and you have a reason to keep yourself away from liability or whatever.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I think, hey, if I'm the students, ain't my bill.
I feel like that's a tradition that shouldn't be touched. I understand player safety. I understand all of that. I think that's what security is for. But I enjoy seeing court storming.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Now, what if they put it in the student clause or the student policy that if you get caught and apprehended through a court storming or a field storming, automatically expulsion from
you gonna have to, but kids ain't gonna care.
Yeah,
we all been in college. You ain't gonna care.
Yeah, kids ain't.
I ain't want to go here anyway.
But why you?
My mama sent me here.
Oh, man. Hey, you can say that, but if you had Alabama,
yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Sha'Carri Richardson takes ownership role in new pro track league. So sprint star Sha'Carri Richardson is now part owner and advisor for the new Athlos Professional Track and Field League. So team-based competition similar to traditional sports, regular season meets and structured events, better pay and media exposure, a platform that allows athletes to build long-term careers, not just peak every 4 years at the Olympics.
And I really like this. This is kind of this is like what the WNBA is doing with Unrivaled. It's still the same level of competition. It's just a different league. And I like that, they're attacking that they get paid more because I feel like we hear the story every 4 years during the Olympics, like how hard it is for these Olympic athletes and how they have to find sponsors. They have to find X, Y, and Z. And, for them to be pouring into this sport, I really like this.
Me too. You got to play in a sport that has fans that watch it.
People watch track.
They do, but
it's not once every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
No, because it still comes on, especially in the spring and summer.
They just don't promote it, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. It's similar to the WNBA where it doesn't get the coverage that it should, because we get hyped up, and then as soon as the Olympics is coming up, they're talking about all these sprinters throughout, the Olympics, and it's like we know nothing about them.
Right.
But that is that on track and field to do that?
Well, the thing is, and I'm always the devil's advocate of this, whatever. But if I'm the head of a network and I see that only 10,000 people are watching this on a Saturday because of the lack of popularity of it or whatever, I'm not gonna, put my resources in it and try to get sponsors to watch, because it's not advantageous for either party. It's advantageous for it's advantageous for the sprinters because they get their name out or whatever. But like the comedian said, he's like, if I was a promoter and I promoted for the WNBA to come to this location right here, and I paid $500,000 and only $100,000 in ticket sales got sold, I'd take a loss. So I'm not going to do it again. So I think the league and the whole premise of it is good, but on the other hand, you as individuals need to create some type of buzz.
That's where the business world kills sports. It kills a lot of different levels of entertainment, whether we're talking about music or whatever art wise, but even in entertainment with sports, it kills the game, because a lot of these proven methods of promoting these athletes, marketing these events, telling these stories. And I think that's a tough thing now, is that leagues like the NFL, the NFL kind of leads in on their stories, but the NFL is more so like players getting in trouble. But you have like baseball and track and hockey that do a very poor job of storytelling. And the NFL and the NBA, I think, is the best at that. One, because it's a more intimate game, like you can see the players' faces while they're playing. But I think the NFL and the NBA do a really good job of storytelling and pushing their product, and other leagues just struggle with it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll dive into our Hater Love It segment with our Sneakers of the Week. This is a W Show. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
All right, grads, your big moment is finally here. And parents, if you're looking for the ultimate way to say we're proud of you, there is no better gift than a brand new ride from our friends over at Reiselman Nissan. Whether it's the rugged Frontier, the stylish Altima, or the 2025 Rogue, Reiselman has the perfect car or SUV to kick off this next chapter in style. Plus, you're getting the safety, reliability, and tech that every grad and every parent can feel great about. Visit them today in Tiffany Springs, just south of the airport. Reiselman Nissan. Every customer, every time. Hey, what's up, sports fans? Here's your chance to be a true champion with our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It's super easy. Just pick higher or lower on your favorite players and test your skills for some serious prizes. The more champions points you play for, the more you can win. Stack points, climb the ranks, and show everybody that you're built different. And when you sign up, don't forget to use promo code The W Show. That's right, use promo code The W Show to get in the game. Let's make some champions today.
This holiday season and every day of the year, the Sola Santa Do Good Foundation is here to make a difference. They are a 501c3 organization dedicated to connecting high-functioning individuals with disabilities and their families to vital resources, support services, and opportunities. Through personalized professional development, community awareness, and education, they empower lives and create lasting change. Join their mission to do good 365 by volunteering, donating, or partnering with them today. Visit thesolarcenter.org to learn more. Together, we can help everyone experience the fullness of life.
You're tuned in to the W with Walls and the Crew, where winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. On 100.1 FM and Facebook Live.
Remember to use hashtag talk about it, and we'll talk about whatever topic you want. We have a talk about it on the deck for today. So let me get to it. We have it from John Will KCMO on X and asks, what are we watching on Netflix?
Ooh, I've been watching Suits.
Suits? Okay. You know, it got canceled.
I think Suits
The
LA.
new Suits LA?
Yeah. I haven't got to that part yet. Yeah, I can see why.
Oh, Suits is fire.
Drag on the storylines, and it gets kind of unbelievable. But yeah, it's cool.
What you watching?
I watched Forever recently.
Really?
This is my time. Forever's great.
What is
It's about two black high school. It's a black led film, series, and it's just two high school kids falling in love, basically. And it follows
love story.
Yeah, it follows both of their parents. Wood Harris is in it, and he plays the dad.
Oh, is that the one where they got him sitting on the bench that I've seen or whatever? Oh, okay, cool.
Nah, it's a really good series. It's
I like
a
Wood Harris.
really good
Avon.
series. Because you see it from the kids end and the adults end. It's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I've been watching this show, The Brotherhood. It's basically set in Brazil. It's basically they're speaking Spanish, but it's English like over, so you see their mouth moving different. But it's really good. It's about this guy that it's based upon this. It's a true story based upon this lawyer whose brother she hadn't met in 20 years, hadn't seen in 20 years because he's been locked up. She comes across him again, where she was dealing with a case, and he's a leader of like this prison brotherhood, and she has to help defend him, and it's really good. It's a series. It's really good. It's really good.
So on
if you can
get into that. I watch films like that all the time. I was watching Muted or whatever too as well. Hey, speaking of that, since you asked us what we watching on Netflix, man, hey, send your suggestions. It's summertime, so we in the house with these kids.
I ain't. I'm out.
Right.
Yeah, I'm out.
Hey, I'm inside. I watched 8 seasons of Suits already. I need something else to watch. I watched Dope Thief. I've been watching Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm, who I shot dice with, made him a lot of money. Hashtag John Hamm, send me a piece of that, baby. So yeah, send your suggestions. Dope Thief is good though too. That's not on Netflix. That's on Apple TV.
All right,
I've heard about it. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Let's get to today's Head 11 segment.
It's that time for Love It or Hate It.
Hate it.
If we love it, we talk about it. If we hate it, we move on.
All right, first up, our sneakers of the week. We got the Nike Kobe Pro Tro Dodgers.
Love them.
Fire. I'm mad I didn't get him. I tried. Tried.
We gonna get them on the other on the replica side.
No, I ain't doing that.
Listen here.
I ain't doing that. He's a fire. Then we got the Air Jordan 3 Rare Airs.
Nah,
they're cool. The blue is kind of weird, but yeah. Then ASAP Rocky Puma collab. Then Hell Reflective Silvers.
I'm good. What are the shoelaces?
And then
look like rocks.
The Bravest Studios Canyon rock shoes is what they are.
They are rocks.
They are rocks.
Nah,
and
we're
so
not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yo,
no, we're not doing
why
that.
I like these.
We're not doing
Are
that.
you the Stonehenge Mountain kicks?
No, sir.
Yo, you
No,
got on the
sir.
Stone Hedges?
No, sir.
I did that because I want to hear what y'all thought about
The
those.
Norwegian rock flats?
This is sneakers of the week, not slippers of the week, Steve.
I mean, they consider sneakers.
Yo, so check this out. Your mom gets mad at you. She throws the Stonehenge Mountain rocks at you. You gone.
See, Lance, you like those?
No, we not.
Not at all.
We not doing
I
that.
think the bottom two are terrible. The ones on the left look like the same ones on the right, just with shoelaces.
Hey, I'm getting those codes.
All right, y'all are funny, man. Former OKC Thunder Kendrick Perkins said SGA will be the best player in franchise history. Hate it or love it.
Hate it.
I don't think he's better than James Harden yet. Think he's better than James Harden? Better than
I don't
KD?
think he's better than Kevin Durant. Yet.
KD is the best player in franchise history for OKC.
I don't
Easy.
like Kendrick Perkins.
Okay. So anything he say gonna be.
He can take
that with a grain of salt. Yeah, because that boy don't think about what he be talking about.
That's funny. Kirby Smart sounds off on NIL deal. So Georgia head coach Kirby Smart says NIL collectives are paying some high school recruits $15,000 to $20,000 per month, raising red flags about the direction of college football. So Smart admits schools are no longer driving the recruiting process, being driven by money, and sometimes players' programs are based solely on the highest offer. So they're paying these recruits $15,000 to $20,000 per month to stay stay committed. And if you don't stay committed, you got to pay it back.
Hey, then Kirby quit, because you know what?
Yeah,
you get that player to play on your team. How many boosters? You get the number one player. You get Travis Hunter in your squad. How many boosters is coming up and padding your pockets?
A lot.
Hey, adapt to the game, man. Don't be Blockbuster.
All right, what you say?
Yeah, because that's definitely Kirby Smart and his ilk.
Quit.
All right. GameStop CEO says collectibles fuel companies' turnaround. So collectibles and trading cards have played a major role in GameStop's recent financial turnaround. CEO Ryan Cohen said on the interview on Wednesday.
Bring back physical media.
Okay, I like that.
Bring back magazines.
I like that.
Bring back the troll dolls. All of that.
We seen the troll dolls sell for $292,000. Speaking of,
bring back all that.
Bring back the comics.
All right, Dick's Sporting Goods is acquiring Foot Locker in a blockbuster $2.4 billion deal,
How do y'all
combining
like that?
two of the largest names in sports retail. I love it.
Because I feel like Dick's doesn't always have the right selection of shoes.
Yeah, I agree.
So what? Yeah. So
No,
Dick's Sporting Goods
it depends
is going
on
up, though.
it depends on which Dick's you go to, because some of them they do the you got a raffle for all the sneakers.
Jays, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, I love this. Foot Locker's stock is at $23.76. I wonder what that's going to do with it after the acquisitions of that or whatever. $23 per share. Does it go up? I'm gonna have to read into that because I need a couple.
It may go up.
But yeah,
Probably so.
listen. Foot Locker has went down. Dick's has gone up. You see a lot more commercials about Dick's than you do than Foot Locker.
I mean, Foot Locker is a tough sell because they have too many competitors.
Yeah,
Champs, Finish Line,
StockX, Goat, like.
So they're supposed to be tapping into the youth and urban markets where Foot Locker dominates.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta bring back these physical stores, physical media. Everything can't live on the internet and on the app.
Yeah. Fans attending the World Series, you're like this. Fans attending the World Series rematch this weekend can purchase these frozen cocktail bats at Dodger Stadium. So Dodger Stadium has come up with these frozen cocktail bats versus the Yankees this weekend. The cocktail bats say they're not like us. Like those? Hey, they love it.
Love it.
Hey, look at the Dodgers doing things to keep their stadium in their hood.
Do you really feel like are the Dodgers the best MLB organization ever?
And what means? What do you mean?
I mean, like as far as just overall, the best baseball MLB organization? Like other than like the Yankees.
Are you talking about winning or just
in general, just the overall organization?
Yankees.
Really?
Everybody know about the pinstripe.
Okay.
You know, you talk about Yankee. I mean, other than just the organization and the history and just the myth of the Yankees or whatever, they won 27, 29 World Series, whatever. So you can combine that with the mystique of it. Yeah, Yankees.
They're losing.
But we beat them
mystique,
last year, though.
But yeah, they're losing that mystique a lot. But the Dodgers always seem like one of the cooler teams in the league.
Always. Picked up Jackie Robinson.
True that.
And they got Benny the Jet.
True that.
Benny the Jet.
All right, we appreciate everyone who joined in on today's show. What you guys have going on for the rest of the day?
I'm off today, man. I'm coasting. Might be some yard work.
You want to go get these gates, man?
You know what?
Oh, you owe down on a bet?
He owe you too. Because when we double down, I double down for you too. He owe you too.
Every Saturday. See, Lens, I mean, like, yo, you want to get up
on
on
you
bet?
too, because I put you in on the bet.
Gates. And he's all I gotta go to Payne's Bay. I gotta go, take a dump. I got all these things to do.
Today might be the day, my brother.
My car in the shop. I need a ride. Let's go pick up that beef on buns, baby. I'm hungry. I'm smelling this good food from downstairs. It smells like pancakes and good roasted potatoes downstairs. Yeah. I'm hungry.
Don't fall for the banana in the tail.
I ain't always been a cop. We appreciate everyone who joined on today's show. Remember, use hashtag talk about it. We'll talk about whatever topic you want. Follow us on all social media platforms at the W Show KC. Until next week, we are out of here.
Peace. 95 days until football, baby.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundations, or affiliates.